Lesson 3. Build your personal brand. You have just read a piece of my story that most people don't know, and it's probably the most important part. I will say it again. Wine Library TV was never about selling wine on the internet. It was always about building brand equity. Some people might point out, what if we aren't interested in selling wine? I would not include links to buy it or the Wine Library TV sites. Believe me, I would make more money doing to affiliate marketing with wine.com. When I do my links to the winelibrary.com, but I am a businessman. If someone wants to buy wine from me, be my guest. However, so that no one can accuse the Thunder Show, my nickname for Wine Library TV, for being an extended sales pitch. I make sure that Wine Library only carries 15 or fewer cases of whatever I talk about. If I give something a good review and it sells out, everyone has to go elsewhere to get it. If the goal of the Wine Library TV were to sell wine, I would make sure to have enough product on hand to serve my customer. Wine Library or store don't reap commercial benefit from the Wine Library TV because of an uptick in sales due to my blog. It reaps brand equity benefits because people come to the store, see what it's about and where I work. Sometimes they just come to thank me for content of my blog, which I really appreciate. Developing your personal brand is key to monetizing the passion online. Whether you are deserving your content by video, podcast, or blog, it's authentic you to one thing that guaranteed and differentiate you from everybody else, including those who share your nice or business model. The thing that most people don't realize is that is today's world. Your business and your personal brand need to run the same. Whether you are selling organic fish, food, or financial advice, or just your opinion, monetizing a personal brand is not a new concept. A lot of the most successful entertainment figures in the world are personal brand gestures like Opera, Howard Stern, Emerald. They built their empire out of being who they are and never backing down from it. But the major benefits of the personal brand are not limited in A-list celebrities. In fact, personal branding is what gives everyone an unpredicted sort joining their ranks. For example, think about some people might consider second-tier celebrities like Ashton Kutcher and Kerry Rohets. Kutcher was already famous from his stint on television, not to mention his marriage to Demi Moore, but there is no doubt that his brand has blown up since they started leveraging social media tools. Rhodes, the New York Jets football player, has been using Twitter and incredible success to make his brand bigger. D2C level entertainment figures like Will Wheaton, Brock, Lever, Vulcan, and Feed and Trust are building a great properties that will likely propel from the B to A level status. How do I know? Because I can see people how many people are following them on their Twitter accounts. Now, usually I advise people to ignore the quantity of the people following them and focus instead the quality of their inceptions and those followers. It's a lot attractive and indicative to tell how well their brand is doing. Many decision makers, however, still are not aware of this important detail, and therefore the preceding celebrities will benefit from those nice numbers we are seeing. Where the eyeballs go, opportunity follows. Last but not means least are the people whom you might have never heard of, who are putting a grand content, leveraging social media and killing it, like Dave Morton, Chris Shasha, and Calvin Rose. Their personal brand is skyrocketing, and there is no reason to think eventually they won't become a household names. You see there where I am going with this. The first generation built their brand on the television and the movie screens, radio, magazines, and the newspaper, and the new one will do same online a much lower cost with no need to the gatekeeper's approval. Get into position because the big killing is coming around the corner, and feel may be different but the game just the same. Building my brand. If you watch me on winelibrarytv.com, you will figure out my personal brand pretty quickly. I am the wine guy who tells it like it in plain English. It's a brand that I have been able to develop from a very early age. Thanks to growing up in the wine industry, I would attend thousands of dollars ahead testing and rub elbows with experienced connoisseurs who have a living long time in the wine trenches. This means they had a lot of experience to share with the relative newcomer like me. It also means they have carried a lot of baggage in the form of preconceived notion of how things should be. They would swill and smell a slop and slip, then spout the same classic terminology every time. How the bucket and rose barrels finish was silk. I would stick my nose in my glass, stuck in a mouthful of air and wine, and the only thing running through my head would be, man, this really tastes like big league chew. Or if that isn't, watch Miracle Bar, I don't want, what is it? And it's not I couldn't spout to A to Z wine tasting lexicon and didn't appreciate the complexity of the excellent vintage. I knew my Malkiv from the Metropolitano. I just didn't see why I had to use the same 45 cents word to describe my experience when I drinking it. On top of that, everyone including the reviews and what drinking and admiring the same stuff. It cloudy way. Wagonum Blank was featured with the best white 1998. We would see the shrug and demand for the store. Never mind that as far as I concerned, the beverage was million times better than a water deal since it cost about half the price. It was clear to me that the industry was stuck in a rut, and my experience in the store told me that the people were dying to someone to take the mystery out of wine buying and make it fun. And I thought, this I can do. So I became wine guy, and that's how I built my personal brand, not with wine per se. I offer my personal brand, not wine, on Wine Library TV. Every episode gives me chance to share my considerable experience with other people interested in the same thing I am, which is lots fun. They also give me chance to share myself. Watch me for 2 seconds and you know exactly how who I am and what I stand for. Authenticity is key. Now, that can definitely be a double edged sword. I know there are people out who think I am jerk with my jet split bucket, my travel littered with toys, and my colorful language. I am loud, I am over the top, I am hyper, but I am who I am. I am for real, and overall, people like that. People watch and they listen, and they even learn the thing, then too, or sometimes agree with me. And hell yes, this realizing dress tastes like a recoil. I gave wine lover the permission to like any kind of wine they like, whatever it's white, Jennifer or serious Bodaxias. I cultivated another brand too, of course, the one that got me this book deal as keynote speeches and the consulting gigs. As well helps me my brother AJ built Vayner Media. For almost 2 years I was patient. I let people get to know me and trust my wine guy personal brand. Then in October 2007 I decided I needed to stretch my itch. The world was really new that I have more. I woke up one morning and thought it's time to talk biz, and I started airing videos on me talking about my real passion, building brands and business, regardless of which brand people are drawn to. The popularity seems from the fact that I know what I am talking about, that I am the honest from all the charisma and entertainment value. If the content I was putting on once good and couldn't be trusted, no one would be watching no more. To everyone who is freaking out because they fear to noise and distraction of all the additional content on the internet, you can relax. Quality is tremendous filter. Cream always rise, my friend, no matter how many cups of coffee you pour. Opportunity lies in transparency. Customer wants to tell them the truth. Sure, they want quality and service, the value and entertainment. But above all, they want to know that the person they are dealing which is being the honest. Entrepreneur don't really have a choice. The lines between the private and the public becoming increasingly blurred, with the people able to share their experience and thoughts and photographs on the videos and spraying them all over the internet within minutes. And that's happened. The day being able to the customer without repression and pretty much over. So no more how you shape and color your brand honestly has got be at your core. I come online 5 days a week and to taste or review wine. Some wine are tremendous, some taste like horse crap. Do the maker of the wine I pen like me? Probably not. Do I care? Nope. Do I sell some of the one that you think tastes bad? You bet I do. Because you might totally disagree with me. Someone at the winery who made them sure did. All I am doing on the blog and seeing myself at the voicing my option loud and clear. When you launch your videos, blogs and podcasts, you are going to do the same. The goals for everyone include those of who you are using to keeping the formation close, the west and will lose the other way or the another. Let's say you are a real estate and you loving it. Part of the real estate game is learning to put some serious spin and lose property, right? You pitch it charming fixer upper or a gem just waiting for some TLC. Even the applying property to get the rose color treatment. But what if you sat down in front of camera and posted a series of video blogs telling people that you really thought of the homes and commercial sites or lots of were selling? What if you said something like, I have got one ugly house to sell? Seriously, Fox, you have got see this one if to take in one of the last surviving example of red struck carpeting matches and the fluxed anthers, woodland creature and the Cardinal. The selling are super nice and I would love to get them on 360k bucks. The originally wanted I am shocked to them and about they understand they need to set their sights lower because this sucks need and some serious renovation. I am thinking you to just so take a look if you are getting about 275,000 bucks to spend plus some extra bucks for the conductor and bring your imagination lots of it. Now I know there are laws in real estate might make the hard to excite the idea. Clearly I was pushing the limits in the last paragraph, but would what kind of transparency hurt your business? Maybe the first you have been the hard time getting seller to the list of you, but imagine what kind of coin you would earn if you become the most trusted real estate agent in town because no one would ever doubt that you are trying to sell them a house you didn't think was worth every dime for which you are asking. Your lasting and go up because sellers would be confident their properties aren't going to gather dust in the market. Your sales would go to because buyers would know they weren't going to have to deal with their neighbors. On top of that, you have a static friction and doing something you loved entirely your way. And on top of that, you would have to build a solid personal brand, the no one real estate again. One you have carry with you whatever you go and use your leverage find bigger, the better professional opportunities including work, writing gigs, television appearances and variety of the other social media appearance. Do it right now. One real estate agent who is building a power online personal brand is a law at www.inwhite.ca. Every blog he launches, he drives around the status and the Vancouver where he is best. Dispatches and lens thought on the real estate business that state has make the offer general advisory to people buyer and seller. He is livingly, he is knowledgeable and he is crashing big time. Trust your own palate. When you are thinking about a personal brand, don't worry about that. It will have to look everything like mine in order to you crush it. You will crush it as long as you concentrate on being yourself. Besides, you can't be like me. I like wines that you don't. I like White Castle and the New York Kings and you probably don't. I would rather drink a V8 than any fruit juice and I hover my veggies. All of those scripts and preferences have shaped my brand. Your brand will be unique, interesting because you are unique and interesting. Don't put on act to try intimidate me anyone else who had some success with social media marketing. You will lose people can stamp a poster and mile away. I had to wait a long time to perform allowance to create a sheer authentic personal brand. Before I launched Wine Library TV, I saw that blog will be rise if I knew there was opportunity. There was a desperate to get it on it. But I looked in the mirror and asked, can you write it? No, damn. Now I could have hired someone to write elegant blog posts for me and pretended they were mine. Not to be celebrities I won't name. I love you but cut that out. We know you are not writing those tweets on Twitter yourself. Nice. But I knew that if we was going to get people interested in me, Everything was going to have some straight for me, unfiltered and unpolished, creating the disseminating my content would be only that I absolutely could not we would delegate. Besides, I was going to spend a time building a gazillion business so that I could buy the jets. I had to do with the way and the authenticity me and I couldn't wait to do every day. So I waited until I found the medium to speak to my DNA video blogs. Jump on it and never look back. Embrace your DNA, be yourself, put out awesome content and people will interested in what you have said. Believe me, if you are good, people are going to find you and they are going to follow you and they are going to talk and getting people to talk is the whole point. Word of mouth on steroids. Leveraging social media platform into effective conduits for your personal brand is all about building word of mouth. There's nothing new in that. Since the first six herdsful and the grains were handed over the exchange for new ox, business owner has always known that their customers and their friends, family and colleagues thinks about the restaurant and the car and the vacation spot or clearing the service design firms and always matter more than any billboard or radio ad they could buy. But they have always been finite number of people their customer and friends, family and colleagues could talk to about their experience with their products and service. Now through the internet and the social networks and instant access to online communities and the million of people who will eventually join them, they provide have pumped Purvi mouth up like on the steroids. The customer is no longer limited to talking about her experience with your personal branded of the people in her intimate cycle or even the random encounters during her day. Now, if she's got Twitter account, she can tell 5,000 people that she just read your hilarious blog post about breeding Siamese cats. And since aren't just 5,000 random people, there are 5,000 random who have deliberately told your Twitter reader that what to hear and what she thinks. Chances are super that are going percentage about the going to curious enough to check about the blogs and themselves. Like in brick, the mortal business half of the battle and getting them into the door. If they like you, many will turn right around and repost the reader's comment to all of the people following them and one of so forth. Now, how many long did it take to you, the Siamese cat breeder, to reach thousands upon thousands of potential blog reader customer display or free no ideas 10 minutes give it to take. It's mind-blowing and every day more and more tools are being created to carry your personal further brand. Everybody is doing it. You may not have started your business yet, but there is a good chance you have already created a personal brand without even realizing it. You become one of the second you create any kind of internet account that puts you in a public era. Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, social accounting sites, yes, but personal brand site too. Don't think so. Let's say you are starting works and you use your Facebook and Flickr account to post your best photographs you have just made possible for someone whose passion is business development with expertise and advertising to see them. Next thing you know, you get an email asking if you want to earn cash by shooting a stock photo in your era. I know this might sound like pie in sky, but it happens every day. I see it with my own eyes. You have to understand that we are living in a world where a word of mouth is allowing content to travel faster and further than ever before. It's passed around until finally it falls into the right hands. I am telling you once to join the digital world, you are in play, so you are better to be prepared. Maybe you are think that you have no need to create a personal brand because you like your job or your work for the corporation. What you are thinking, you are invisible. Even if your economy was soaring, I would be telling you start using social media tools to share your ideas with the world and make yourself a recognizable brand. What if you are trade at the investment firm and suddenly you are out of work and all you have to show work up resume? Hold it. You might want to reassure me. My resume is awesome. Tell me, tell me this. Is it a PDF or a tidy list where you have worked and for how long? With a couple of strategic bullet points highlighting what you have done in each job. Yeah, you are toast. Keep your PDF so that HR department has something to their fields. But otherwise, traditional resume are going to be irrelevant and soon. Even if they are not yet my resume, that resume you are so proud and look exactly like one being revolved around the other three hundreds analytics in the city currently hunting for jobs. Developing your personal brand is the same thing as living the breathing your resume every second that you are working. Your latest tweet and comment on Facebook and most recent blog post. That's your resume now. That's how you are going to announce the world your ideas and opinion. And very first thing, the make and unique relevant why of firm, or better yet, the passionate entrepreneur cherry picking top tell build a whole new kind of investment company. Would be a jump not to hire you? Think about how different your situation would look if you are got laid off but has been keeping up your personal brand and become well established a hot commodity because before it would have taken a hour of the phone calls and emails to announce your business available. Today 30 minutes after getting we bad news, you are writing a blog that send out tweet and status update on Facebook about the situation and intimately every manager and the industry would know if you are looking for a job and they since have already the familiar with your brand think how can I get her on board here. It's fact that hiring decisions are made every day because of the personal connection. If you are sales manager at Crest, every post you make online could have the agenda and whatever to relevant your thoughts, your industry. We would got to come up with a fresh approach of packaging or the reveal your thoughts in the journal. I think I want to take up ice hockey. You cannot afford to be one dimensional. Everything you say that you think irrelevant and now relevant. Think of all an online commentary you post your half of one blog friendly launches interview. If manager is hiring has a choice between two equally qualified candidates, she is going to choose the one whom she is expassionated some kind of bonds. Whether it's mutual belief that vampiring and toothpaste industry on the sharing love and ice hockey torture content, you are making sure that people can get to know and personally and professionally now because your personal brand is already well known and represented. If you need to get a job, there is a passionate and need to be filled. You will likely to be first and called. If you are building your brand right, that established firm and be out of luck because it's a biz dev guy who has been following you. someone like me will have already invite you to participate and exciting new ventures. Your days of working to pull money in someone else's pocket are over. Stay cool. See you in next chapter and please subscribe this channel. It takes time and hustle. Thanks.